I am a psychic medium. That's what I do for work. Hello and welcome. My name is Anne LoCicero, and I am a psychic medium from Vernon, Connecticut. I am very happy to be here on the Community Voice channel in Bolton, Connecticut, presenting to you my trademark presentation and television show, Messages from Heaven. Hello, and welcome to episode number 28 of Living with Messages from Heaven. Messages from Heaven with psychic medium Anne LoCicero. Once again, I'm going to jump right in because I have had some great anticipation with Spirit to get some messages through to the guests that I have on today. I have 4 with me today, and with this episode, like every other one that you watch, it's uncut, unedited. This is raw footage. This is how mediumship flows. Today I'm going to start by letting everybody know the rules and letting all that evolve into the readings and validate some information that I may have written down beforehand, but we'll see. So we're going to just jump right in. Welcome to Messages from Heaven. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi. I'm nervous but excited because I know what it looks like. I've seen it before. I've got all these episodes. It goes so fast. Spirit comes running through like no tomorrow. And I wind up thinking to myself, did we get a picture yet? And then before you know it, everybody's, home and going, what just happened? But these are all episodes that you guys can go back and watch too. And that's one of the magical parts of it. I mean, I know that we booked. You said you were bringing one person. That's you. And you two were brought on. I have no idea that you were going to be on or who, not that I don't know who you are, but I don't know who you are. I know you're Sarah, you're John, you're Michael, and you're Kari. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Excellent.
Good.
Thank you.
You've had a reading with me before, right?
Yes.
Have you?
I came with her.
Came with her. Yeah. And have we seen...
Not a private, but I've seen you.
Me work?
Yeah, at events.
And have you seen me work before?
I have not.
Oh, a newbie. Okay, yeah. Not for nothing, but when I get to read somebody who's never seen me read before, you guys tend to have the best facial expressions. It's like... Only because Spirit gets so excited to bring in the kind of love and joy that they need to bring in. All right, my very first question, and hopping right into readings, is yes and no. I need to know if you guys understand me when information comes pushing through. So if I was just to say, Sarah and John, do you guys understand the 28th of a month or February 8th in some way? Or is February a connection for you? And I say this because one of my rules is birth dates, death dates, and anniversaries. So they try to bring up dates related to people. And I have found that this episode and the numbers of this episode have started to coincide with the guests that have randomly showed up. So something that Spirit is starting to build and do outside of me. And it could be all of you for all I know, but it's growing. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's towards you. Kari, do you have a mom in spirit?
No.
Okay. There is a woman in spirit who considers herself like a mom.
Okay.
So if she's not your direct mom, this is definitely somebody who wants to make sure that you know that they thought of you in that way or they put you in that position. So to me, I don't always associate that to grandmothers unless they raised you.
Okay.
I would associate it to godmothers or mom's best friends, those kinds of people.
Okay.
So somebody who you would even maybe call like my other mother, and that would come through for me. And it's the author of my life, which means they were trying to tell me that there's either something you're writing or scripting or putting into place for this person. So I'm really excited to know what that's all about. And then I also feel like as soon as I had that connection, somebody tried to give me the name or write down a word like Mark. Does that connect with you in some way? Even if it's not the same person, sometimes they'll give me names, and that's down. Immediately after that, I got a brother. And I wasn't exactly sure who I wanted to associate that to, but he stands kind of offset Is he connected to you? No. Okay. So whoever that is or whoever that's connected to is shy. So I'm just going to roll with that on some level. But do you see how sometimes information will come beforehand? So what wound up happening was I got really, not stuck, but really excited because you guys were here and I got to do this, that those were what I would call the visions or the messages that they were getting ready to leap onto before we even got started. In other words, they were in a rush. Not always is spirit in a rush. This woman apparently was. Absolutely. Excuse me. Okay. Rule number 1 is yes and no. If I say something to you and you understand what I'm saying, please say yes. If it's a no, say no. I asked you if you have a brother crossed, you said no. That's fine. That's kind of the way energy needs to work with me to let me know that I'm in the right place at the right time. So just make sure that you give me an answer one way or the other. You don't have to give me anything other than that. What you'll say yes or no to are things for validating points. It'll be birth dates, death dates, or anniversaries, but we don't have death dates. Don't ever let any human tell you when or how somebody's going to get sick or die. They don't know. It's baloney. Wow, I almost didn't curse. It's one of those things where, dreams aside, if you want to ask questions about that, we can do that. But it's not, it's miracles. We have miracles. And not a timeline. The other thing they may do is give me names. Now, I know your names, but they may give me middle names, last names, or names connected to people here and there. And you'll understand where that comes through. Oh, I'm so excited. It's almost like, I want to say it's like they're tickling, but it's their energy is loud and it echoes in here. Okay? Okay. And the third thing that I talk about is trauma versus illness. And the reason I bring this up is because sometimes they'll talk to me about how they died. And it can be traumatic. Okay? Okay. You understand who this other mother is?
No.
Okay. Are you the writer? Are you writing things? Do you
Yes.
have this book? Is it about someone? Say no.
No.
Okay.
No.
For some reason, I feel like I need to connect with a woman who considers herself like a mother.
To me.
To you.
Okay.
I assume it's to you. To me, sometimes I could say if it's a grandmother, it would be mom's mom because of the motherly heavy energy. But they'll also, I'm asking her to give me names and dates. That's the validation.
Mm-hmm.
However, it does feel like you're using a lot of her information to write.
Okay.
Does this make sense to you? If you're writing about some fictional character,
Yeah.
I can't have them. So do you know what I mean? And I do feel like you're writing fiction. Correct?
The writing is spot on for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
And
Yeah.
so for me, I must have a cheerleader for you in spirit.
Okay.
Could there be a woman by the name of like a Helen?
I don't know what Helen.
Okay. So what I hear is that sound. So it's either going to be Helen Ellen or it would be the H coming through. So in some way they're trying to just validate who they are.
Yep.
Would mom have had a sister?
Yep.
Okay. So to me, I feel like it's more like a godmother or an auntie to you that's like going, go for it. You can do this. Don't stop.
That's excellent.
Does this make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Is she the H sound in some way, or is there a connection to her?
Her last name begins with H.
Okay, so that would be the
Maybe.
way that. So this is me writing it down, so she doesn't repeat it a million times to me because she's going H, 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 H,
Okay.
which is fine.
Yeah,
I
maybe that's
don't
it.
always get the letters or the full names, but I will get things like that. She's happy about that. I'm not gonna say. Don't let me say that. She wants me to say that she is, this is going to sound silly, not smart. Okay?
Okay.
Because she's trying to say you are smart. So she's trying to put a separation in education. Do you understand this? Was she
doesn't make sense. That's the wrong H.
Is she a teacher of some kind?
She was a teacher for a short time, a long time ago.
So for me, for some reason, she brings in her being a teacher and then you writing and how she can be this helper and this advocate for you.
Okay.
And she loves you like a daughter.
Yeah. It's got to be her. I don't know.
Your mom is
Would
here.
the H be a last name? It doesn't have to be
absolutely
the
could
first
be.
name. I mean, certainly that makes
To
sense.
me,
yes.
it would be this. If I
Yeah.
say to somebody, is it a 4? And they go, no, it's 5. Then I'm wrong. If I hear
Yeah.
that somebody's giving me the letter H, it's H.
Yeah.
I can't
Right.
make it any other letter. So it has to be first name, middle name, or last name. If I say, is it a Y? And they go, well, there's a Y at the end. No, it
Yes.
has to be at the beginning. It's the first, like your
Yes.
initials. They give me
Right,
what
right,
they
right,
would
right.
consider to, as a matter of fact, I don't know the other letters. Maybe an L. Is there an L?
Her first name.
Her
begins
first
with
name is it
L.
Linda?
No.
Okay, is it Lynn? What is it? What's her first name? I'm going to ask.
Lois.
Lois. Okay, so L. What she showed me was a piece of jewelry
Okay.
that was engraved. So to me, this would be a hand-me-down or something special. But the way that she gave me the initial L was because back in the day, they used to put the H in the middle.
Yeah.
And then it would be the L at the beginning and
Right,
the
right.
middle name. Is it an A? I don't know, but she gave me an A. And then, so
It's an
that's,
A.
thank you. So she,
LAH.
I gotta laugh because she's going, na, 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 na.
Pretty smart, isn't she?
She's so
After all.
excited. She's like a little kid.
Very much so. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
You're all posed and proper, and she's like, I'm gonna just get in trouble.
Oh,
Maybe not trouble, but
yeah.
this is her. Okay.
Fantastic. Yeah.
She's fun
Oh, yeah.
and lively.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you validate for me what it would be? Is it tulips, like Dutch, or like is she trying to grow something? Okay, that's so silly. Are flowers a connection for you for her?
You know,
Did you travel with her?
no.
Okay, so there's something about her
Oh,
showing me
traveling. Okay.
a flower bed,
Okay.
but it's
Oh, yeah.
a
all right.
really big flower bed.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
it looks like I'm going to visit a garden
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
and not my backyard.
No.
Does this make sense?
She traveled a lot,
Yeah.
and maybe with my mom, they might have gone to Denmark. I'm not sure. They go. I'm not sure. That would be the tulip connection, I would think, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know about the flowers.
I will say this. She shows
Oh,
it to
maybe I do know. But okay.
She showed it to me like a picture,
Okay.
And
like
like a photo.
Okay.
Like I'm actually holding a photo, not the phone.
Okay.
And it's got a. I feel like she's either got flowers, or there are flowers, or there's a flower connection. They're yellow,
Okay.
and I think they're tulips.
Okay.
It's almost like a. I don't want to say it's a guess, but it's almost like that's what it is. Is your dad there?
No.
Okay. So would it be her husband then?
Her who's passed?
Yes.
Her husband. Yeah. Her ex-husband. Yeah.
I don't think so. Is there a husband crossed?
No. Not for me.
Her husband.
Her husband.
Okay, she got me really quiet and really like private.
Okay.
Her personality changes a little if your uncle is gonna come in and say hi.
Oh,
Her personality got really like proper.
really?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
kind of cute
All right. For my uncle?
for her. The way she got all calm and went, oh, look. I don't know.
Showing me to him?
Yeah.
Oh.
And vice
Oh.
versa. Well, me, I guess, showing me. She actually
Yeah.
called him Pop.
Or maybe, yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe, I don't know about their nicknames.
I don't know, like a grandfather. She made him out to be like a grandfather.
He's grumpy. Yeah,
Well, maybe unless he has grandkids now, and there's something
No.
she's trying to mention. Say no.
No.
Nope. Okay. I hear the letter P. Then I'm going to just throw that out there because she's trying to make some sort of a
Oh.
connection to him.
Maybe her father. Not
Who
her
would
husband.
be your grandfather?
Yeah.
Oh boy, here's Dad then. Her dad.
Her dad, yeah. Oh, her dad.
Is it a P name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you your uncle wasn't here. I feel like he came in and he was like,
Well,
what's this? And
yeah.
he's like, look. And he was like, bye, gone.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
That makes very much that makes
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
Because her whole personality changed
when
for a
he
hot
came, but
split
not
second.
with this guy. Not
No,
the
when
P
Dad
guy.
is here,
The
she
P guy's
kind of
fine.
relaxes.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
They all relax.
Makes sense.
3 of them?
Makes sense.
Your grandfather says there's 3 of them.
Yeah, 3 of us.
3 of you.
Yes.
Any slurs?
He slurs? Oh, geez. Oh.
No? Okay. So there's 3 of you.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah? Who's
My,
slurring?
well, I was going to say it might be a different grandfather, but then I don't want to throw you off there. We're with the different family.
At this point, I think it's a family reunion.
Okay.
But your aunt is in control.
Good. Yeah, I don't know about the slurring unless.
That's okay. Everybody just got really excited on me. Your grandfather started talking too fast to me. And if another grandfather started coming in, that's okay with me too. I have PD.
You know better than that.
So it's either, I have a P and a D. So P would be one and PD would either be them trying to say police department or trying to define themselves in
Okay.
some way.
I know the P. Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know about a D.
Oh, your family is loud.
Okay, maybe we've moved over to the other side there, but this family is pretty quiet.
They're doing really great at being first.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
They really just want to. I think that Lois really wants to just make sure that you know that she's with you, that you know that she's with your mom. She made me feel like you were very close to her, like a daughter. I can't take that away from her.
Yeah.
And I think that your mom knows this and this is okay. And
Yeah.
I think your mom loves that heaven is watching over you like a mom. She feels like full circle, like this was a gift for her to be able to have you in her world. You're probably not the only one, but because you're the only one sitting in front of me, I'm saying it to you.
Mm-hmm.
However, in the back of my mind, I feel like she's also saying there's others I love too, Rebecca, meaning other nieces or nephews.
Yeah.
However, you're definitely keyed into the one. When she said key, it wasn't a key, it was like a piano key. I don't know if that matters to you. Does that
Okay.
matter?
Yes.
Does she have a piano?
My mother plays.
Your mom
her
plays?
sister. Yeah.
Okay. Are you the science brain? Are you the science-y brain? Look at them going, play the keys, play the keys, play the keys. Maybe I want to say this for you two. I don't know. But for some reason, I need to say to you that Spirit talks to me really fast, like 100 miles an hour. We talk like 10 miles an hour. When she gave me the key, and she gave it to me as a piano key, it was almost like she was sneaking things in. How can I put this? I think that her signs to you on a regular basis are all these little like snuck in things.
Okay.
Like if angels are a sign for you, for her, there's an angel. You didn't put it there. It's just kind of snuck in.
Right.
So in some way she says that her signs are always just kind of placed around. You don't have to really look that hard to know that I'm around.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Is it a rainbow?
What?
Is there a rainbow sign?
No.
No. Well, she showed me a rainbow, so I'm
Okay.
just going to take that and give
I'll
it to
look
you.
for that.
Why not?
Yeah.
Well,
I
'tis
guess
the
it
season.
is. Maybe she's letting me know that's going to be the.
Well, you get to
that's the thing.
choose. You
Yeah.
get to really pick, and then, like, sometimes I tell people pick a penny, and then you get like 5 dimes the next day. You're like, wait a minute, I get this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The little symbols make sense. It's like I don't need a specific thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It would be something that you would associate to her, like,
Right.
oh,
There's too many.
my aunt had
To
that
have
at her
one.
house,
Yes,
or that's
exactly.
my aunt's favorite song,
Yeah.
or that's my aunt's
And
favorite
I have her little
bird.
things everywhere. Yeah. So that makes
Oh,
sense.
she just showed me. Oh, this is kind of fun. You just said you have little things of hers everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you have a miniature chair with a velvet seat?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like a
It's
little
like
throne or
dollhouse
something?
furniture.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Not that I know of.
Okay.
It'll show up tomorrow, probably.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, if it does,
Like, what's
send a
that
picture
little
to the
throne?
station so we can
I'll let you know.
we can add it to the filming. Okay. I can feel her pulling away from me. I feel very overwhelmed and happy that she came through. I don't feel like that's who you expected. I don't know. I know you said you didn't come with any, you know,
That's great.
but she does feel like she does feel like she won the race to get here. Almost like the
That's funny.
why?
She was a runner.
She was!
Yeah, that was
Okay.
funny. Yeah, that's funny.
So she just doesn't want to stop then. Just so
Oh,
you guys know.
You think we have hyperactivity.
She was
in
literally
common.
showing me like coming
Yeah.
around a corner, winning a
Interesting.
race.
Wow, that's great. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it's excellent.
I love her.
Me too.
I love her.
Yeah,
I love.
it's great.
This is somebody where I tell people all the time. I'm like, we do know how much we love people, right? And we do know how much they love us. But sometimes, once somebody's crossed over, we don't always realize. Like she was like, "I'm the mom." It was her viewpoint of being in your world. She took it seriously. Yeah. Just know that.
Thank you.
How are you?
Well,
Good.
how are you?
Good. Their energy is strong, so I'm just kind of right in between here.
Sure.
And please forgive me for going backwards for just one moment.
Not at all.
Was there a brother?
Who passed?
Yes.
No.
Okay. So I'm feeling like I need a brother. Is anybody here have a brother passed? Oh wow. Okay. Well then I'm not exactly sure. Would Mark, that name, that person, fall into a category of a brother?
Mark?
Yeah.
No, I don't have a Mark.
No. Okay. Do you have a brother who's living?
2.
She might have been trying to say hi to your brothers. I'm not quite sure. M is
Okay.
definitely like a part of that. No. One moment. It's not that I can stop anybody from doing anything, but she's giggling. She's like, Rebecca, if it's that easy, fix it. I was like, wow. So from Spirit, your aunt just checked me to fix my ability to block her out. That was really kind of, she's like a mentor. Not necessarily to me, to you. She's trying to show me that you can channel anything you need.
Oh. That I can or that you can?
Woo-woo. Well, she just channeled for me to block. So that means that
Blocking Mark, whoever he is?
no. The name means something. So
Okay.
for her to bring up the M name, it doesn't necessarily have to mean that it has to connect with you, but it's going to be either a Mark or an M here.
Yes, I do know what that is.
Okay, what is that?
My father,
Okay,
Marv,
Marv. Thank you very much.
M-A-R-V.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just so you know, it just, I mean, it was written like M-A-R-K.
Okay,
With
yeah.
but I absolutely could see.
Yeah,
it.
he's like, I don't have this Mark. I don't know who this Mark is, but that's my dad. Yeah.
Marv.
Yes.
And so that to me are validation points. Those are things that people say just to make sure that I get where I'm going. So I find it funny. I'm trying to move on and she's like, fix it. I'm like, fix what? Was the 28 connected to you too?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let me think about Marv or Mark.
No. I love
yeah.
that she would mention your dad or use it as a validation point. That's
Yeah,
important.
yeah.
That's
yes.
important.
Yes, I know
Okay.
why too. So yeah, that's important. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I'm gonna call him Mark from now on.
Be like,
He's more of a Mark.
Auntie Lois said you're Mark now.
Oh, she used to call me that.
Yeah. Imagine. All right, imagine that.
Oh, if he
Wouldn't
ever
that be
plays a
funny?
joke and says, I
Wouldn't that be
introduced her to
funny?
my...
Well, interesting. All right.
It's fun because sometimes, okay, so this is the part of the mediumship that I love and why I do the show. there becomes a moment in time where I am emotionally connected to both you and your loved ones. And I'm emotionally connected to every single one of them, and they all love you. And as soon as they pull that out, I'm like, okay, I want more of that. Where is it? We have it instantly. So I can be very connected to you. The mediumship is but not to connect with you. It's to connect with them and then through you. So when they let go to move on to the next person, literally does mean sometimes a split from your energy and their energy back to Rebecca, back in again. Or sometimes it just goes like this and doesn't stop. Michael, do you have a dad crossed?
Yes.
Okay. He is very tall. That's my first word that I want to say. It might not be height. He thinks that he might never get to say hi to you if you weren't here. In this way. Does he like this kind of engineering, TV? He's showing me a lot of equipment. So I don't know if he's showing me your equipment or if he's showing me things directly connected to him. Movie theaters? You can
No.
say no.
No.
Okay. Is there a connection to the letter B, like a Bob?
With my dad,
Yes.
I'm not picking up anything right now.
Okay. Let me make sure I'm with the right person
Sure.
as far as the information. I see military. So this is where I have to crack the joke. Like everybody has a Michael. Everybody has a grandfather in the military. Everybody's dad read the newspaper. So I could say all those things. But that's not what he's talking about. Is there a Robert Bob? Is there a Rob? Is this somebody living versus crossed?
I got a cousin, Bobby.
Okay. Who's here?
Yes.
And is this dad's nephew then?
Yes.
Okay. I have a dad that's talking about the military in some way. Was he military?
No.
Okay. He's still talking about it. Was it you then
Was it me what?
that was in the military?
No, I was not.
Okay. I see an army uniform. I see army green all around. So in some way, he's trying to show me a very strong connection. Quite possibly to somebody who crossed in the military. Wow, it's been a long time since I've said that.
My uncle crossed.
In the war? Is this your nephew's dad?
No, his brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law. Okay, I'm going to let you keep putting these pieces together for me, but I do believe your dad then, and thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody's showing me the letter G and J. So is that connected to them?
The G is.
Yeah. And then J is like John. So
Another uncle,
okay. And
military.
this is all connect. When I tell you, I feel like I have war heroes, war veterans. I have reasons to march in a parade. I feel like this is incredible. And they're so proud of their family and their lineage and you and your cousins and are Bobby and you close? Family reunion
Yeah,
close,
yeah,
Christmas party
exactly,
close,
yeah,
that
sure,
kind of thing?
yeah.
Because they feel like family is important.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Is mom crossed?
Mm-hmm.
She just no, not to weird you out, but she just put her hand on your shoulder. These men are all over here. So mom and dad are together.
Yes.
They make me feel like that was real love, that's true love, that's real love, that's true love. You understand?
Yeah.
So they have this very blissful connection for your mom to be able to stand with you and for him to be able to stand with his people. So she says. Oh, it's his crew. Go play in the band. Like, I feel like they're going, go play in the band. Okay? Were they marching in the band? Were they band? Were they military
No.
musicians or?
So that resonates in this way. So growing up, my mom was part of a big, huge family. Bunch of uncles who were all in the military, and at all of those get-togethers, my dad would go off with all the uncles and do,
All that stuff.
dad stuff at parties.
And to me, there's so much love with the way those uncles feel about you, about everybody. It's very homey. I almost feel like I want to crack a joke and say something like, y'all live on the same 3 streets you grew up on. Do you?
Some of them did.
And they're all like in a little cul-de-sac. You can all get to
My
each
Uncle
other real
George
quick.
and
Of
his
course.
family. Yeah.
Of course. And to me, they feel like that's, if you ever needed to go home, you know where you could go. It makes me feel very comforting. Nobody in your family dies and leaves here alone. They come in droves, like the whole spirit army. And that's, your mom says it's always that way. She said she was never alone, not once. 8 is a big number. August? Is there an August connection to you and mom?
There's an August kind of connection in our family. Yeah.
Can we go 88 too? Can we go in 8/8, say August 8th?
Well, we can do August is my son's birthday month,
Okay.
and my daughter was born on the 8th.
On the 8th. Okay. So it's very possible that that's what she's trying to validate is the August and the 8th. There's just a lot of hugging in that whole conversation. The children are good, right?
Yes.
These children are good.
Yeah.
She says these are
Yeah.
good kids.
Yeah.
So good back then and good now mean a little bit different.
Yes.
We tell
Yeah.
somebody it's good, you good, yeah, you good, right? Your mom saying the kids are good, that's like straight A checkpoint class citizens. That's
Yeah.
higher than anything else. So I don't want to belittle what she's saying. Is there a, okay, and is John important? This is why I say this. I see the name. So let me ask if he was important when he was here for something. Maybe not as important to you as maybe other members of the family. I'm not trying to measure how much somebody is connected emotionally. He shows me his name on a plaque. So I'm just trying to figure out what he's talking about.
Well, we worked together
Oh,
at a college.
okay.
Yeah.
So did he to college to teaching? Okay. Anyway, backwards. Don't let her go backwards. Did his name get put somewhere inside the college? Because I feel like he's going, look, I got a brick. It's gray and it's big. It's not
Yeah.
little.
Yeah. He actually did get a brick too.
Stop!
Yeah. He had 50 years, 60 years of service.
Well,
Yeah.
my heart is swelling for you.
Yeah.
Your mom just keeps going like this on your, she's got that shoulder. Every once in a while I see it as a she's like a silent supporter. That's how it feels. Can I say cardinals is your connection? Yes? Maybe everybody's, but you're the one I get to say it to.
My mom.
And they fly, they land, they're everywhere. You
Everywhere.
Yeah. And it's not a joke. She's like, it's a lot.
Talk to him.
She loves you. You and her, I don't know if you were closer or how the relationship we kind of, spun around, but she feels like she loved that you were dedicated to her. She was able to be dedicated back. She hoped she did her best.
She did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She had fun too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they did.
Yeah. I feel like they, I don't know, the way they talk about true love, it's like they could be on opposite ends of the earth. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
They probably were. I don't know. But at one point in time or another, but they show me that they're on opposite ends of the earth and they're still madly in love. Was he away in the military?
He would travel from time to time for business.
Yeah. And she's.
Yeah.
Is it Paul? Your dad?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather? Yes, Paul?
Yep.
Okay. Forgive me. It's not your Paul. Do you have a Paula or Pauline?
My son is Paul.
Your son is Paul. Forgive me. When I heard Paul, it came from you or your energy.
2 Pauls. You're right on both. So
I don't even
turns
know.
out you can be in 2 places at once.
Spirit puts it in 2 places at once. So it's almost like he said Paul, so I could make sure I get that through for you in your way.
I'm here for you.
So fun. When I tell you the process of mediumship, I can manipulate it only so much. I can have just one person. But if you all were back there and waiting for me, it would be a moot point because I would get everybody's people, because the intention is set. So to me, it's almost like they tell me this is really perfect. Did your dad have equipment?
Yeah.
Is it cameras?
No.
Okay. I will figure that out myself. Is he
Okay.
a tinkerer? It's
Little,
not big
so much.
equipment, right? Like excavator?
No.
I want it to be like toasters, TVs, cameras.
No.
I can't figure it out.
Like machines.
But he tinkered with them. This is a lot of.
Sure, he had to keep things going. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay.
All I know is he keeps showing me he has a lot of equipment.
Well, that might be me.
Oh.
I'm the tinkerer, and I got a fair amount of equipment.
Would you consider yourself I'm going to say these in very strange words. Would you consider yourself a connoisseur of vintage equipment?
I'm not a collector. I'm a real admirer, though, of vintage equipment, and my dad had some.
Okay. And you use what you've got.
Yes.
I just feel like they're all just really enjoying it. When we do something, they get to enjoy it with us. If we don't do it, they don't get to enjoy it with us.
Sure,
So,
yeah.
Good job, Paul. All right, so now I get to this part where I have to say.
Can I just add one thing?
Yes,
You
of
said
course,
just
please.
use yes and no, but I
No,
got
it's
to add
okay.
this. This morning I was at my Uncle Joyce's funeral, and at graveside was full military honors from the Army. Today.
Way to make the medium cry on TV.
And my dad passed on Good Friday this year. And they were the last 2
Which
of the
is-
whole bunch.
Which is good.
Yeah. He was ready.
Not just good. Not like you good, but like good. And George,
Yeah.
who was buried today,
Yeah.
was just here with his crew.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. Okay. I'm a little shocked. And thank you so much for sharing.
Sure.
I'm going to hug the heck out of you. Can I have one of those?
Oh, absolutely.
You were a tissue angel. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sarah and John, I would love to know if, while I've been reading them, if there's anything that I've said to them that connected with you guys. And I ask that because sometimes Spirit will layer things in. And they'll bring things in for me so I can recognize and kind of loop it, kind of like the paw and the paw. That they don't have anything to do with each other, but the names do. Does that connect with you in some way as well?
I don't have Paul, but I know at one point you said J and G,
Yeah.
and so I can relate to that. Yeah. How about you?
I have another dad. Do you have a dad crossed?
I mean, both of us do.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're both relatively young, so I didn't statistically think you would both say yes to that, I guess.
Yeah. Dad gang.
Did you lose your dad recently? Within a year?
No.
Did you? Okay. Who's connected to the J and G?
Me.
Is that your dad?
Yes.
Is it the J?
Yep.
Okay, if your dad's going to take this opportunity to come in and do this, he'll do it.
Okay.
He makes me very awake, very aware. I don't know what he's doing, but he is on top of things. He's got no problem knowing what's going on. I got all my nuts and bolts, he says. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Did he get sick?
Kind of.
Forgive me. Was it an illness, though, that took him?
Yes.
Okay. He's having a lot of fun.
Yep.
Did he drink?
Yep.
Okay. There is something definitely about him that he doesn't want to talk about the drinking part. And if that was something that was related to his crossing, he's going to call it an illness. I kind of want to curse a little bit because he would curse. And I feel like he wants to come through and say that he is not responsible for his own crossing and he wishes he was still here because there was so much more that he wanted to do. And I'm going to tell you two things. One, they don't wish that they're still here. So he's saying that for you. Do you know what I mean? And two, when he says I'm missing out on a lot, honestly, I think if he was here, he'd still be missing out on a lot. So he's kind of trying to show me that he sees more where he is now. And he sees it really clear. Did he drink?
Every day.
So functioning. Is this my tequila? Or clear?
Yeah. Clear.
It's clear liquor,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That's what it is. It's clear liquor. I remember earlier I said to the camera, right? I think when we were into, I was like, I need to talk about tequila now. He makes me feel as if he doesn't apologize, but he could call out a lot of things that if he was here, he would. He's like, but I know why I did all that. So he's kind of got an understanding. Not that an apology would make sense from him anyway, because he lives in this blissful world of I'm great.
Yep.
And can I tell you, I almost feel like he says, thank you for humoring him. Was there anything else they could have done? Was he farther away? Was he like down the coast? He was in Connecticut? Okay. Is he down the coast? Tell me no. Say no.
No.
Okay. Was your dad down the coast?
No.
He was in Connecticut also?
Yes.
Okay. Somebody's talking to me about North Carolina, South Carolina, North Carolina, South Carolina. Does this connect with you?
I mean, we lived there for a little bit.
Yeah.
You lived there. Which
Yeah.
one?
North Carolina.
You lived in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay. I use that as a validation point to know that I'm in the right place, maybe, doing the right thing. But Dad wasn't there, right?
No.
Okay. And he's the J?
Yes.
Who's the G? Him also?
Yeah, his initials were JG.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's funny because, we had the J and the G and then it's JJ.
Yeah.
So that is something that does bounce over. I understand. I'm really excited because he makes me feel like you have a lot more coming up. So you took some opportunities and he's trying to take credit. Okay, I'm getting a whole full picture of your daddy.
Okay.
He likes to think he does things, huh? He doesn't remember things also correctly. He thinks, okay, you are Daddy's little girl. He loves you endlessly. He will not admit to me that he drank. To me, it's functioning. I don't even really know if I would know if I didn't know. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He does say he does change his personality, though. More about when he doesn't than when he does. He does give me a sense of an apology only because he says, it was my health. Mm-hmm. I don't think he realized. I think that might be hard I think that's easy for me to say, but maybe hard for you to take, and I apologize because I'll say this. He should have known. Mm-hmm. But he's clearly telling me that he did not know enough to stop. He didn't know it was going to affect his health. Did it affect it very quickly? Was it like his heart? And that was okay, because I feel like he liquefied everything. So his heart was just going to go eventually anyway. Mm-hmm. He just wants you to know he didn't let go. He wasn't letting go. He's like, I did try to debate with them. I tried to bribe them. I tried to gamble. Do you understand what he's trying to say? Mm-hmm. So he's making a joke telling me that when he was dying, he was calling out to the angels going, wait, what can I do to stay? It wasn't until he crossed that he realized what peace there was. So he wants you to know that he doesn't need alcohol. Salute. What were you in North Carolina for? Military?
Work. Yeah.
Salute. He's saluting. Was he military?
Oh, he is.
You are military now?
Yeah.
So you weren't in North Carolina for military work, but you are now.
Yeah.
Did you know this man?
Yeah, I knew him.
He just saluted you. Oh. I don't know you military. Listen, I just had a whole bunch of them here.
Yeah.
They could have told me.
Maybe they did. Maybe it's how they...
Were you in uniform this morning at a funeral? Yeah, 'cause, did you have duty?
Not today.
No.
Please know that to him that's very important, that he's saluting you, and however you take it, you take it. But he wants you to know he really means it. It's a respect. It's a sign of respect. So whether he showed you any of that at all, am I wrong? Was this dude around to give you respect? Put it this way, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd like to bring some through somebody else. How's that? Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean we don't love him. It just seems difficult. So was it difficult?
What was difficult?
You and your dad. Answer for her.
I mean, no, I think they had a pretty good relationship. Like,
Yeah,
later.
Later when I became an adult, things got better. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
when your boundaries grew up.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
So the way he's talking, then he's saying to me that he's just kind of on the outside of your boundaries, and that's why this relationship worked. That would make sense because we're not doing the huggy, kissy, lovey thing a lot at this moment. But at the end, you were? Mm-hmm. Is he a John also? Mm-hmm. Thank you. And where does July connect?
With him?
Yes. Okay, if it's not with him, it's going to be like with him, with you, or in that line.
My mother's born in July.
Okay, so he might just be trying to bring her up. Would he say hello to her? Were they apart?
Yeah.
Or together?
No, they were apart.
Okay. Hey, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's already coming through like on the outside of things. Loving you is irrelevant. I mean, he's here. He's loving you to the best. Calling out the drinking part, I don't think that was making him very happy. Mm-hmm. I think there was a lot of that he's trying to. They don't apologize because they know why, but I do feel like he is trying to a little bit. Was there a nickname for you? Is there is there like a T sound somewhere? I want to say like Teddy. Was there a Theodore? Say no.
No.
No. Do you remember when I asked you if there was a brother crossed? Mm-hmm. Okay. I do have a younger male that's trying to come through. So this would be somebody who's going to stand next to you, like a brother, a cousin, or a friend.
Okay.
Okay. For some reason, teddy bear is something that I'm feeling connected to it. Does this make sense to you?
No.
Okay. Did we lose a cousin, if not a brother?
No.
Okay. I'm going to say the T sound again. T, Tim, T, Tom, T, Teddy, Timmy, something along these lines. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I mean,
Well,
No,
yeah,
do you-
understanding it
for
as far as, would you understand that to be somebody crossed over?
for me, no. I thought no.
Sorry.
No, it's totally okay.
For her, I mean, if she doesn't know, I don't know.
That's fine. Honestly, I just feel like there's another brother connection trying to come through. And I've already kind of asked you guys all if there was a brother, and you all kind of said no to that. But I'm going to say it again. I think that I'm bringing in another male connection. If this doesn't connect directly with you, that's okay. Mm-hmm. But this doesn't feel like your dad coming through. I'll be surprised if your dad speaks up.
I mean,
He loves you. I feel like he's the rest in peace. I'm at peace and I love you. I did my job here kind of person. My dad is that kind of person. He's like, yep, when I'm dead, I'll come through and I'll say hi and rest in peace. I'm like, okay. He brings me music. So I have a specific radio that it's not music as far as what songs we're playing, but he's actually showing me a do you have his radio?
No.
Do you have anything of his?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. Would you happen to have one of these little ham radios? It would
Maybe
be
in the past.
in a wide range. Okay, so he's just trying to show me something connected to this. Were we CB radio people? Was he a CB radio guy?
I don't think so.
Okay. And that doesn't connect with yours. No. I apologize. I wish that I could make a much stronger connection for you. I know that your dad is here. However, it was her dad that came through the strongest. So it was almost as if you got to be the support system for this show. Please know that I'm sure your dad is here. I do feel like I am missing one younger person trying to come through and say hi. I think I might just let it go. I can ask you afterwards, but I'm gonna wrap up the show.
Okay.
But don't go anywhere, because now you can give me any feedback that you've been thinking about, and we can add that to the end while we're scrolling. Can I just let you know that I feel like your dad was shocked to die, and he has been reveling in the excitement of being there ever since. Like, he can be everywhere. He can see everything. I feel like he can run and jump. I feel like he can spook you and blink lights and throw things around. Like, I feel like he is using his energy like crazy with you guys since he's crossed. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Almost like he's been around more since he's crossed than when he was here. I also feel like he's talking more now. He talked through me more than he did when he was here. He may have been present or a presence, but to actually be so, hi, you know. Well, don't tell your mom hi. I don't know. But of course, tell her hi. They made you. He loves you. Love to her, too. Okay, are they going to separate? Are they going to stop? Are they going to go? Are they going to stop? Are they going to go? I think I'm gonna wrap up.
Okay.
All right. All right, you guys.
Thank you.
I'm going to stop this episode of number 28 right here. And I'm going to give everybody here a chance to give me some feedback for you guys to hear too. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you Wednesdays at 7:30. Thank you so much.